Hi guys, it's Jazz. I have done today a spread using Ethany's New Moon in Aquarius spread. So I'll just put this up for you so you can see. I'll put a photo up later of what the actual spread looks like. But that's it there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the card number 1, well actually first of all, so new moon in Aquarius, so focusing on a new moon, so what can you invite in for the coming couple of weeks before the full moon, so new moons are manifesting. So with Aquarius you can look at how I can put my inventiveness and ingenuity to good use, how I can make a positive contribution to the world, and how I can meet people that share my interests. And so the affirmation for Aquarius: as I integrate my experiences, I see unlimited horizons. I expand. So, the first card I got using that spread, and the first card is, how can I detach from any lingering issues or energy from the past? And using the Rider-Waite deck, the Ace of Pentacles. So the light doesn't reflect. Ace of Pentacles. So, in terms of energy, how can I deflect any lingering issues? So according to the Rider-Waite, the most favourable of all cards: perfect contentment, felicity, ecstasy, also speedy intelligence, gold. How does that relate to how do I detach from any lingering issues? Well, to me that says you don't. Who says you have issues? You do. Are they real issues, or are they in something that you've constructed for yourself? How about existing as if you didn't have any issues and everything is perfect and everything is good? Different perspective, different way of looking at it. Maybe that can shift things, and whatever issues you did have there, just by choosing to not see them, that maybe they'll automatically go away. I don't know. That's what I get from that. So number 2, how can I look at things differently? So again, more pentacles. Page of Pentacles. There you go. Which is usually a young person coming into your life, or embodying the energy of that young person. But on one hand, it is represented as a card of gaiety, recreation, and its connections. Oh, actually, sorry, that's a 2. Duh. I was going to say that wasn't sounding right. That wasn't what I read before. A dark youth, a young officer or soldier, a child, application, study, scholarship, reflection. Another reading says news, messages, and the bringer of these, also rule and management. So, so how can I look at things differently with that? Well, I just see scholarship there, and study, and the application of study. What can you do to broaden your perspective and your horizon and learn new things so that you can see things differently? And also a young officer or a soldier could be having a bit of commitment to it maybe, and a bit of self-discipline, and that you're not going to just move forward by yourself. You actually have to apply yourself and do things. But again, like, they're young. I always think pages are younger people, so a bit of energy and a bit of vibrancy, a bit of excitement to it, you know. Just how I see it. So number 3, how can I be more impactful for my vision for 2017? So this was 9 of Swords, which looks like a pretty morbid card. So swords are your mental aspect of things. So this, in relation to that, how can I be more impactful for my vision of 2017? I think not to worry about things so much, to be honest. I think you maybe being your own worst enemy and overthinking things in your head and creating problems where there aren't, which I think ties into that Ace of Pentacles. Just imagine for a moment that you didn't have any issues. But An ecclesiastic, a priest, generally a card of bad omen, predicting death, failure, miscarriage, delay or deception, disappointment, despair. So how can I be more impactful for my vision of 2017? Well, predicting death. I don't usually take on like the bad omens and that sort of thing. I think that's why people stay away from these traditional decks and go to like the angel decks and stuff, because they don't have that morbid side to it. And you know, bad omen could be not necessarily something that's going to happen to you, but could be something that happens that shakes the way that you view things and go about things. So not necessarily a bad thing, but maybe something that's not good that happens. But I also see that as allowing things to end. So the death of something, in order for something for new to come forward, you've got to let something end. So whatever it is, those bugbears, those things in your head that are getting to you, it's time to let them go. And in doing so, that's how you become more impactful. Hello, this is Zoe. You say hi, Zoe. Hi. So you can sit with me while I do this, but you're going to be shush, okay? Okay, we'll do that in a minute. Okay, so number 4. Where in my life can I have more fun? And so 3 of wands reverse. This deck, I've never used this deck before. This is the first time I've used this deck. And when I was shuffling them, they dropped out. Like they're falling out. They're falling out left, right and centre. So this one came out. They both come out upside down. And so 3 of wands. And I read through the meanings of this before I did this video, and I kind of had a bit of a giggle because when I first saw the layout, I was like, I don't know about that. But then when I read it, I was like, oh, yeah, okay. That makes sense. So where in my life can I have more fun? So this reverse, the end of troubles, suspension, or end of adversity, toil, and disappointment. So I think that ties in with those 3. If you're going to sit with me, you sit nicely, okay? I'm doing a video. I don't mind if you join me. Just chill out.
Who are you talking to? What can
Just
I do?
shh. Do you understand what shush means? Please? Thank you. The end of troubles. So I think that ties in with the 9 of swords. So it's up here, it's mental stuff. A thought is a thought. A thought can be changed. A perspective can be changed. An idea can be changed. See that perspective. Allow it to see things differently, and that changes it. You know, and I think that's heralding that if you can do that, then that's how you have more fun, by letting things come to an end and their natural resolution, so you can invite new things in. Because it's important to have fun. Babe. Shush, for 1, please, for 5 minutes. Yeah? So 5, what can I do to support my visions and goals for 2017? So I got another inverted card for this. I got the 2 of Pentacles. So I thought, okay, we'll see how that goes, because they're, especially in relation to these questions. So, but the 2 of Pentacles, and reversed as well, enforced gaiety, simulated enjoyment, literal sense, handwriting, composition, letters of exchange. So this has also got bad omen, ignorance and injustice. I don't know. What can I do to support my visions and goals? Maybe keep your eyes open. Be aware of things around you. Don't close off yourself to possibilities. Acknowledge what's going on. Not playing ostrich and having your head in the sand, because you might miss something good that's coming for you. But I also get from that is put everything in writing. Write stuff down. If you get ideas, if things come up, write it down and reflect back on your notes and reflect back on where you started and where you're going. So Aquarius is an air sign, and Zoe is an Aquarius and not a rule follower. She's her own rule maker and her own creator, and how to think outside the box. Usually Aquarius is a geniuses, so this is an opportunity overall to see things differently and try something crazy, step outside of the box. I get that from that too. I think it's the overall thing is saying it's all okay, but a lot of it too is in your head, and you can let it go and you can change it. You have the power to do that. So I wanted to draw from the crystal cards, the liquid crystal cards, and the liquid crystal cards I got obsidian, which is Taramau, true self-reflection. So I thought obsidian was interesting because it's obsidian is a protective stone, it's a grounding stone. So maybe while we've got all this reflection and up here, that keeps our feet on the ground and keeps us safe while we work out what's going on. So for the obsidian, if obsidian has come to you today, it is time to be truthful about self and your actions in the world. The presence of obsidian lets you know the time to take action is now here. There is something you are unable or unwilling to see that is interfering in your life's progress. Consciously or unconsciously, this untruth has led you to a space of inaction. If such things are allowed to exist over time, they only lead to pain and suffering. If there is truth in the self, there will be love for the self. If there is love for the self, there will be harmony and balance in the self. Once this exists, peace will live in you and spill into your world in a blinding light of unconditional love. Obsidian also often presents a protective force when needed to deliver the truth behind illness. An exercise we may do to facilitate the purification of the shadow self, which will seem silly but is very effective, is to stand where you can see your shadow, and from the understanding that the water is unconditional liquid light, wash it. Wash your shadow. This is not an exercise for the lounge room, and it is most effective on the beach with a bucket of salt water, but the hose out the back will do just fine. Can you imagine doing that in the lounge room? That's hilarious. Affirmation. I walk the path of unconditional truth. So that's what ties into, and when I say it's in your head, I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I just think maybe maybe by choosing not to look at certain things sometimes because it's easier not to, because we're afraid of what it might be. Once you shine light on it and you see it, the shadow, when you put a torch on something and the shadow is always really big, but then there's this little tiny item. I think maybe we just get more afraid of the shadow than what it is actually there itself. So I also pulled a goddess card, and the goddess card was Cordelia. I don't know if you can read that. You have been indoors too long. Go outside, get some fresh air. Roger that. So, Cordelia. Being cooped up is not the natural way for inhabitants of this exciting planet to live. Believe me, there's plenty to see and experience when you exit your four walls and roof. A daily venture outside will not only revive your spirit and soul, it will give you hope and faith in this planet's very existence and future. You'll see all of the goodness that's in store within nature, the flowers ready to unfurl, the leaves that are sprouting, the birds that hop about, and even the wind that affectionately caresses you. Don't let another day go by without stepping outdoors into this most entertaining and exciting environments. Your manifestation will appear in May and/or when weather is warmer, spend time in nature, change to a job that allows for more connection with nature, practice environmentalism, recognise the need for balance in your life, for more rest and play. I will do that. More rest and play. I like that. I think that ties in with these two. Just stop thinking about it for a while and just be. Go out in nature, have some fresh air, see the trees, feel the grass, feel the wind. Don't think, just be. Now, I can't remember if I said it at the beginning of this video or not, but Aquarius. So, how can I put my inventiveness and ingenuity to good use. How can I make a positive contribution to the world? How can I meet people that share my interests? That's Aquarius. As I integrate my experiences, I see unlimited horizons expand. Oh, and it's Chinese New Year too. So, Gong Hei Fa Choi, and it's the fire rooster. I was reading up on it before. Roosters can be cocky and brash, but they're also self-assured and they get things done. And some of the more submissive animals may do well to look up and read what a rooster is about and try and embody some of those elements of the rooster to help bring in some more good luck and maybe make it not such a challenging year. But yeah, thanks for being with me, guys. I hope you enjoyed that and I hope you got something from that. So thank you.